Hi and welcome back to Botanic Designs. Well, yesterday I was at the local plant nursery and I found a very beautiful orchid and I really wanted to have it, especially because of the colors and the amount of flowers and flower buds that were on the mini orchid. But when examining the orchid, very good, I found out that on the sticks holding the flowers there was a fungus. So I had an internal debate whether to take the mini orchid or not. In the end I decided to take it. As you might understand, taking home a plant, in this case an orchid, of which you know it has a pest, in this case a fungus, takes some risks with it. And after the internal debate, I said to myself, well, I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to treat the orchid in order to try to eliminate all the fungus. So that's what I'm going to show you in this video. At the local plant nursery, I already took out the sticks with the fungus because I knew that was the main infection. But I'm afraid that the infection will go through the entire plant. And then I wrapped the entire orchid into a paper in order to try to isolate any fungus from the environment. I hope I succeeded. First, I will take out all the old bark. And I will do that in this plastic box. I will transfer the old bark to this plastic bag, close the bag and get it out of my house to the trash. Once I've taken away all the bark, I will check if there is this little sponge. Sometimes the developers of the orchids, they put the starters in a sponge and they're too lazy to take it away. But it's not very good because it can cause root rot. So when you're already taking out the bark, it's advisable to take away also this sponge. So let's start. Look, the beautiful flowers over here. It has 2 flower spikes. I'm not going to use this clip and also not this clip. In order to support my channel, please don't forget to press like and subscribe. I am going to reuse the old pot, but spray it with 70% alcohol all around. And leave it over here. I will try to take out the old bark. Here you can see the little sponge that I was talking about. They start the orchid in these sponges. When they grow, they leave them over there. It holds a lot of water and it can cause root rot. If you already take out the bark, it's advisable to take out also this little sponge. Do that very carefully. Sometimes you need to use scissors, but very often it just splits up into little parts. We have some old roots over here. sterilize the box. There are three parts. We have the roots, we have the leaves, and we have the flower spikes. In fact, there are four because there are also flowers already. Here I have water peroxide, 3%, and I'm going to spray that on the roots because the roots are a little bit more tender, and alcohol, in my vision, is very strong. So I have these cotton pads. I will spray 70% alcohol on them. And now I'm going to slowly clean the leaves. Trying to touch every part of the leaf. And this should kill the fungus. Now I will clean the flower spike also with the cotton pad with 70% alcohol. And this one. On the flowers and the flower buds, I will spray water peroxide. I'm going to clean the box and the pot very well. I already sterilized it, but I'm also going to clean it, and I'm going to leave this over here with alcohol, sterilizing every single part. So now it's time to place the mini orchid back in the pot. I will put some special orchid bark on the bottom, just a little bit, because we still need space for the roots. I will put the roots in the cup. And I'm going to add bark. Right. If you shake it like this, some bark will go down. Doesn't hurt the plant. You can see the roots over here. I put some new sticks next to the flowers, and now I'm going to clean off a little bit the flowers, and that's it. When you spray water like this, try to take out the water like this, maybe with a cotton pad. take it away over here. And that's it. So we've changed the bark, I've taken out the sponge, I've sterilized the roots, the leaves, the flower spikes and the flowers. I've put in new bark, and still I don't trust it. This one is going to be in quarantine for at least a week or two. And then I will look if the fungus is gone. If you liked this video, please don't forget to press like, subscribe and the bell, and you will get an update every time I upload a new video. Hope to see you next time.